Good afternoon, everybody. This is Jim with Sunny Pastures, Virginia. Just want to do a quick little update, mostly on my trees and my berry bushes. It's March the 10th, and this little area right here is it's just a berry area, bush area, and these make it. This is mostly, it's going to be a propagation area where the berries we like the most, I'll propagate them and create more trees or berry bushes, and then put them elsewhere or even sell them. Anyways, I started these last year, the bare root, and it's still early in the season, but you know, some of them are starting to really pop up, turn green. You got to really get in close to really see them. We'll see. Here's blueberry. Got a lot of different blueberries. There's one right there. The ones I planted this year, I went ahead and kind of semi-marked them. But to be honest, the berry bushes, they're kind of the easy ones. You know, put them in the ground, they're almost like weeds. They just kind of grow. The biggest threat to all these little berry bushes right here is actually deer, but rabbits. I mean, pretty soon in springtime, we have in this tree line right here, ungodly numbers of rabbits come down here, and they can do like serious damage in just a couple of days. They ate all these down right here that you see right here that I'm on right here, down to nothing last year. But somehow there was just enough of them and the root systems took hold where they actually survived. So in a few weeks, I'll know a lot more. I got these, a lot of these, I've ordered them online, but a lot of these brand new ones here, you see in these containers right here, I bought at Tractor Supply. It was actually cheaper to buy a lot of the bare root trees through Tractor Supply than it was through the online mail system that you can order them. Now this one's going to be really an interesting one, I think. Nanking cherry, no idea. I think it's like a cherry bush, not an actual tree. So that one's going to be really interesting. Anyways, if you guys have thought about berry bushes, right now is the time to get great deals. Go through, pick them out. Prices are all over the place versus online, versus Lowe's, Home Depot, Tractor Supply, and Rural King. The best deals I've found for trees and berry bushes has been a Rural King, if you have that in your area, by far. They're about half the price at Rural King as like a Lowe's or Home Depot. This is a little tree orchard area. They're real little right now. I think it looks like they're starting to build little buds. So I'm thinking in a couple of weeks they're gonna really explode out in growth. God, I hope they do. Got a big investment in these little bare root trees right here. But you can see animals, the horses and the deers have been chewing on them. But some of them don't pass the scratch test. You know, you scratch it and if it's green, it's still live. But I'm hoping there's enough left at the root system down below to send a shoot up and continue on, and they'll survive. Because I have apricot, pear, cherry, tons of different pear trees, tons of different apple trees out here, varieties. And that's another thing, like you can go to Rural King, Tractor Supply, but they don't tell you if you order like one tree, it needs a pollinator. A lot of trees, actually, you got to buy 2 or 3 because they require a pollinator, or you have a beautiful tree, but it just won't be doing anything. But anyways, I hope in a couple of weeks to see a whole bunch of little leaves and stuff coming up. It looks like here, looks like a little one's coming up. Thank God, please. I know it sounds crazy with what I'm saying, but you see this damage right here. You know, I got 3 horses and they're beautiful and they're kind of cool and everything, but oh, there's a lot of leaves down here. Thank God. But they have done a butt whipping on these damn trees. Holy crap, especially that little baby one. It thinks these trees are little toothpicks. So yeah, this one's making, it's kind of sideways, but it's looking good. God, I hope a lot of these make it. It was a lot of work last year. You guys have no idea. Anyways, there's well over 100 trees. Anywhere you see these black spots right here, there's trees in there. And the ones that didn't make it, I've got a bunch of trees over here from Rural King, waiting to go in. And I'll show you guys a little bit of the way I water the trees. It's got a solar panel right here, a solar control box right here, and I wire the pump into these two wires here, and I've been setting it in the creek over there. You guys saw in one video where I set it. If the creek's running too slow, what I'll do is early in the morning when I'm down at the house working or feeding horses or something, I'll pump from the creek and I'll run a line. I'll fill up these two water troughs. And again, using these two troughs, I get about 1.5 to 2 minutes per tree and bush to water the trees out here. This is the hose I was using last year. Kink's Easy, it's at Lowe's. Very difficult to drag around. So what I've done, and I haven't not used it yet, I went to Harbor Freight and got two. I'm gonna need to get 1 or 2 more hoses. They're like half the price. They say they don't kink, the diameter's better, everything. I can, you know, I can disconnect, reconnect real easy versus this black tubing they sell at Lowe's. So I'm gonna actually convert to water hoses. Made in China, so who in the hell knows how long it'll last, to be honest with you. We'll see. I'm kind of continuing up here. Starting to put out some bee stuff. I'm getting ready to put out a whole bunch of bee swarm traps. This area here is where we put a few trees that we just didn't think were gonna make it. You know, it's like a experimental area, but it looks like some of them are starting to bud out. We'll see, but I did mark all the holes here where they did actually die. Just because I know there's good soil and there's other trees I want to stick in the ground to get them started. I know I could just poke a hole and get them in the ground right there. So we'll see. I've got another one of those Nanking cherry little bushes right here. Hope it takes. I am gonna start just a few little grape, different types of them. Different types of blue ones and different types of green ones. And kind of continue down right here. These are for some of you, if you have a little bit of land, you got a lot of animals you want to try to feed, like deer and stuff like that. These are pear, and they come real little. They're only like $1, $1.50 a piece. They get up to like 50, 60 feet, and you order them in sets of 10. So, you know, like $15. And then what I did, it's called heating them. It's vertical in the ground. So the ones that actually, the roots take off a little bit, I can actually pull them out and plant them in different areas on the property. Mostly, I guess, you know, for animals, mostly for deer. These look like these are doing really well. These are baby cherry trees and they get huge. And again, these are for birds and animals. Set of 10 right there. Yep, cherry set of 10. So we'll see. It looks like all of them are living so far, budding out, and I'd love to have some good cherry trees out here. This is a set of 10 apple trees. It looks like I hope they take. You know, some of them, it looks like they're having a hard time, but you know, if their roots start taking off, then I'll plant these 10 apple trees different places on the property, again, for animals. And what was this one again? This is a plum. 10 different plum trees, again, for animals. And that's it for the little experimental area right there. And I had to spread some rock today over here. This is the actual solar pump, the actual pump that goes in the water. What I do is I set it down in this bucket that's full of holes here, and so I don't get big twigs and rocks. And it works as a little bit of a filter, and I hook this wire to that controller that you guys saw over there, and I'm able to pump. Water pretty much all over. I've had no problem pumping water, you know, as much as 400 or 500 feet. And continuing down, if you guys have thought about getting some trees, I'd go out and get them now while you got a great selection. Beat the crowd. So these are waiting in the wing to plant. I've had these out here for about 2 weeks now. Lots of different varieties. There's apple, Honeycrisp right there. Another cherry tree. Gets big. This tree, for whatever reason, the cherry tree cost quite a bit more. It's like 40 bucks. The rest of these at Rural King were 29, most of them. There's another cherry tree. Again, a lot of them require cross-pollination. There's a peach tree right here, a pear tree, nectarine tree, more pear trees, more apple trees, a lot more pear trees for cross-pollination, a lot more different peach trees. Again, there's another apple tree. And what's this one right here? A plum cot. This is going to be very interesting. So it's like a cross between a plum and a apricot. So I think I actually put one. It's somewhere out here. God only knows where the heck it's at. I don't even remember where it was at. I hope it survived out there, but just in case, you know, I'll get this one in the ground too. And so as some of the trees, if they don't look like they made it out here, I'll know in a few more weeks, then those are going in the ground in their place, and I'll keep the orchard going. We'll just keep going on it. More to come, but I just wanted to reiterate really seriously is if you've got the space, you got the yard, go out, get your trees, do some price comparisons. Like I said, if you got a Rural King, nobody beat them for the size of tree you're getting at the price, you know, and you just can't beat them. You really can't. But a lot of people don't have a Rural King by them. The Tractor Supply was pretty decent. Some Walmarts, I guess certain areas may not be as healthy as these, though. I mean, that's real important. And if you get them now, they were just delivered to all these stores. So you can get them, because a lot of times they're healthy, and then they get to your Home Depot, your Lowe's, or your Walmart, and it's the people that work there that don't take proper care. They just don't have the time to give them the water, fertilize them, you know, to keep them really, really strong and powerful and looking really good, like these. I mean, these trees are just in phenomenal shape right now. Heck, this is a little mini orchard right here that you could start. It has just about every fruit you could imagine right here. There's figs in these too, so, and there's figs out here, which I love. But I hope everybody's doing well. You know, I hope everybody can plant some trees, and, you know, especially right now, you go in the grocery store and you go to the apple area or pear, but specifically I know the apple area. In my area right here, it's not uncommon to see $2.50, close to $3 a pound. That's $1.50 per apple. One apple normally weighs about a half pound. So, you know, why not get some of those things in the ground? And I will say too, if you can, these right here, like I said, most of these I paid $29 for. There were a lot of people in 2 years that were getting decent amount of fruit off of them in just 2 years. So yeah, go, you know, if you've thought about it, I would do it while they're really healthy, good trees. And you want to get them in the ground, don't make the mistake I did. Put them in the ground late spring, early summer. I paid a heavy price. I was out here 12 hours a day trying to keep these things alive, and I know I lost some, just flat straight out to the heat. It was rough on them, it was rough on me. And I think you get them in the ground now because it's nice and cool. They have a way better chance. It gives their roots a chance to bite into the soil and start growing, you know, and they send all that energy up to the leaves and not burn. I had trees that were out here last summer that looked like somebody took a torch to them. It's so hot out here. Don't know if their root system survived or not. I don't know. Again, hopefully this whole place will look totally different in a month. I am praying, and you don't even know. But I do hope everybody's doing well. It is Friday, And oh, I have a buddy. He'll probably help me. His name's Woody. He lives in this off-grid van or bus up here. And he's mostly going to be helping me with bees. We're getting ready to set out well over 30 swarm traps and going big with the bees this year. I hope. But there again, I hope and pray. We're going to have to catch most of the bees that we're going to have in our bee yard this year. So you got the tractor right there. So the bees are going to start just behind that tractor right there and come all the way down this tree line, all the way down, even where these little trees are at, and all the way down here. I'm hoping we have at least 30 colonies. More would be better, but I'm shooting for at least, I pray, please, you know, 30 of them would be great to have down here. Big mistake from last year. Last year I had them all set up here, 11 hives. They baked and cooked and they left. They all swarmed out of the hives because it was just too hot for them. I had bottom vents and everything is just too much for them in the heat. This year, they're all gonna go, they'll get the morning sun, and then around noontime, they'll have the shade of these trees here. So if some of you guys are getting into bees or thinking about it, don't do full sun, depending on where you live. I am telling you, I mean, I'm not even gonna tell you, I lost a lot of money in bees last year because I bought nooks, which are mini colonies that are already kind of established. And they said, screw you, I'm out of these hives. And it took off. They're all in these trees. All the bees I lost yesterday that swarmed out, they are in these trees. And I'll send you some video of them because, you know, on a nice day, they are all down here going in and out of our beehives and stuff like that. So, but I do hope everybody's doing well. I'll give a little update. People have asked me a little bit about the horses, a little bit, specifically Ranger. That's a whole nother story. But everybody take care and have a great weekend.